296 days after they last graced the pitch, South Hadley girls soccer returns tonight in Game 2 of our Back with a Bang doubleheader here on South Hadley Sports Network. Say it, Colin.
Your home for Tigers Athletics. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colin Zeronic alongside Brady Dennison. The Tigers returned after a successful season last year, going 15-7-2. Of course, we have a lot of noticeable changes, especially their back line. They had a lot of seniors end up leaving, so now a bunch of new faces back there. Same thing for West Side. They had about 10 seniors, so they have a lot of new faces on their varsity roster, so it's going to be interesting to see how they blend together coming into this season. They were able to finish with a 5-9 record last year, so looking for a little bit of improvement on that side of the pitch, but excited to see what we have going.
I couldn't agree more, Colin. You know, Westside already played a game this season, was a 6-0 win against the Amherst Hurricanes, but this is the Tigers' first showing of the 2025 campaign. A very similar look with a couple major changes, obviously, in the backfield, but a couple freshmen made varsity right off the bat in Reagan Massey and Violet Curlin. Colin, talk to me a little bit about the development of South Hadley sports and how that plays a role in these freshmen making varsity.
Yeah, you know, we at South Hadley, we're really proud of how the youth coaches that we have. We've always seen a lot of improvement at those young ages, being able to come, you know, I do end up reffing for some youth leagues, so we see a lot of improvement over the years, and we see some really strong teams. So the way that we've been able to quickly see them come up through the program and be able to make this large jump directly from 8th grade into varsity is just, it's great to see. Two strong middies, midi forwards, so going to be excited to see what they do this season.
Well, Colin, we're going to get set to get underway very soon here. We'll send it over to public address announcer, me, for intros shortly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to tonight's MIAA soccer game here at South Hadley High School. We'd like to thank everyone in attendance for coming out and supporting these teams. Fans, please remember that high school athletics encourage good sportsmanship, and we ask that your conduct toward players, coaches, officials, and other spectators demonstrates good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. And now please enjoy tonight's game between the visiting West Springfield Terriers and your South Hadley Tigers! Now time for tonight's starting lineup. First, we welcome the visiting West Side Terriers, coached by Anthony Tranese. Starting in goal, number 00, Andriana LaCarson. Number 12, Claire Summers. Number 22, Gamma Conca. Number 13, Kelsey Turner. Number 9, McKenna Kennedy. Number 4, Emma Nicholson. Number 24, Emma Chapman. Number 8, Marley Porter. Number 11, Jillian Kia. Number 21, Emery Lopez. And number 17, Callie Johnson. And now, the starting 11 for your South Hadley Tigers! Starting in goal, sophomore, number 13, Olivia Alford. Sophomore, number 1, Simone King. Sophomore, number 3, Hannah Hazer. Junior, number 4, Taylor Bullock. Senior captain, number 6, Allie Floyd. Junior, number 7, Michaela Weaver. Senior, number 8, Sophie Quinn. Freshman, number 9, Violet Turner. Senior, number 11, Kiana Rabel. Junior, number 12, Kara Dean. And sophomore, number 18, Leah Agadello. The head coach of your South Hadley Tigers is Rick Marjansky. He's assisted by Molly Foley and Lisa Manzi. Fans, we now ask you please rise if you're able to and kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. you.
As we get set to get underway, Colin, we are back, and I fear we are back with a bang.
Yeah, you know, of course, we just had the boys' game that you and Caden Jerome covered. That, you know, while playing, and it was, I know for us it was a lot of fun to play, and I'm sure it was a lot of fun to watch.
Honestly, electric, real down to the wire, just an impressive effort from everybody out there. But yeah, you did an incredible job on D, I might have to add.
I appreciate that. And you know, that's one of the I'd argue one of the stronger teams that we're going to end up playing this season. So it kind of gives us an idea of what to expect going into these next games. Of course, now we got another great game to watch here as South Hadley takes on West Springfield.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting 11s. First for the West Springfield Terriers. In goal, it's Andriana Lakarzik. Then it's Claire Summers, Kelsey Turner, McKenna Kennedy, Emma Nicholson, Emma Chapman, Marley Porter, Jillian Kia, Emery Lopez, and Callie Johnson. As for the Tigers, it's Olivia Athis in goal. Then on the back line, it's going to be Sophie Quinn, Leah Agadello, Michaela Weaver, and Taylor Bullo. Cara Dean, Violet Carillon, the freshman, and Kiana Ramos in the midfield. And up front, it's Simone Quinn and Hannah Hazert playing wings for Allie Fleury.
Violet's one of those freshmen that we were talking about. It's been great seeing her come up through the youth programs. She's always been a strong midfielder, aggressive stepping the balls, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that coming into this first opening game for the Tigers.
We will get set for kickoff here. And I've already lost my roster. That'll be Gemma Conca to start things off, and I believe I didn't mention her as a starter, so my fault. Simone Quinn getting a touch there. I honestly cannot see that far out of the booth. I'm going to have to stand up. Simone Quinn. Now it's played out there too. As I just fumbled to get the roster in front of me, it was Emery Lopez. Kiana Ramos gets a touch here. Back to Simone Quinn. I feel we're going to see a lot of Simone Quinns this year.
Yeah, you know, right now they have her starting as not a defender, which is what we've seen a lot of her throughout the past couple years. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Sophie. Simone we typically see in the midfield, who today is starting up at the forward position. So I'm assuming eventually what's going to end up happening is she'll end up dropping back as a substitute comes in and they'll put in another forward. But she's one of those technical players that they can really place her anywhere on the field and feel confident that she's going to be able to handle the ball well.
Yeah, she's been absolutely electric in her short time with the Tigers. And I think last year's freshman class, this year's sophomores, is some of the strongest new group that we've seen in our 4 years of high school. Colin, we're seniors.
Yeah, it's weird to think about that. It's exciting, actually.
Yeah, this is our final ride with South Hadley Sports Network, and we do want to...
Don't say that yet. We got 3 seasons. We got 3 seasons.
This is true. But we are beginning to start bringing in new faces. Of course, here in the booth, we've got Nick Jimenez as our producer, and Miss Amy Foley and Miss Jess Nelson, our teacher advisors. Dan Pease, the studio manager over at SHGTV 15, was with us earlier. And we've got Cooper Lavelle running our lone camera tonight. Logan Lewis is here as a bit of a floater for this game. And we have a brand new Sports Network member joining us in the booth, shadowing us tonight, Dylan Lavelle. So Dylan, the freshman, welcome to South Hadley Sports Network. A huge chance here for Hannah Hazert. She's able to work it away from the defenders. Now Allie Fleury with space to work with. Gets away from a West Side defender and out of play. It's going to be Tigers ball, I want to say.
Yeah, that'll end up being another corner kick from the right side. And we're already seeing their set plays starting to come into place. We saw a fake, I believe it was from Hannah, who had a step over the ball to give another player an opportunity. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of that throughout the season. I know Coach Fish has been, or Coach Marjansky, rather, has been a big fan of these set plays and really expanding their team's knowledge and ability to play those plays.
Speaking to the coaching staff, there was a bit of a shift there, and we'll use this break in the action to get into that a little bit. New assistant coach for the Tigers, it's Molly Foley, the former head coach of the Chicopee Comp Colts. She's making her coaching debut with the Tigers tonight. Colin, tell me a little bit about Coach Foley.
You know, one of the greatest things about having her come and join our coaching staff is now we have the knowledge of 2 head coaches coaching one team. Of course, we know Coach Marjanski is a great coach. He's always been great with his team, his players, and he knows what he's doing. But having that second set of eyes that sees the game as a head coach is going to be a huge help for them. So I'm excited to see what changes she may bring to the team that I'd expect to see early in the season.
I couldn't agree more, Colin. And we're keeping it a bit in the family here at South Hadley. Her recently married husband, James Foley, is one of the assistant coaches for South Hadley's baseball program. So the Foley family reigns supreme in coaching here at South Hadley High School.
Coaching the South Hadley Sports Network, too.
Yes, indeed. Miss Amy Foley right here in the booth with us. Also in the booth is Coach Matt Foley from South Hadley Baseball and Coach Maddie Foley from South Hadley JV Soccer. Field hockey. My bad. Sorry, Maddie.
Close enough. There's a lot of Foleys. It gets confusing.
You're telling me. Michaela Weaver gets a great touch there. Now it'll be Emery Lopez on the far side. Weaver plays it back to the goalkeeper in Olivia Athis. Athis had a strong freshman campaign last year, missed a little bit of time due to injury, but still 135 saves in her freshman campaign.
Yeah, and of course, last year only letting up 19 goals throughout the entire season. And that just goes to show not only the impact that the defensive line had last year, but also how well Olivia Athis worked as she stepped up into the new position. I'm excited to see, as we mentioned earlier, we got a lot of new faces playing on the defense. So it's going to be a big change having, so I'm just trying to figure out what the stoppage is here. I kind of lost where I was with whatever the stoppage was.
Yeah, this is an interesting stoppage. I believe the keeper needs to change their kit, as the black color of her jersey is too similar to South Hadley's black and orange.
Not gonna lie, I didn't even notice that.
We do have a new kit on the keeper. It looks, is that a Team USA jersey?
I believe it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like it.
Can't say I hate it. Yeah, it's definitely something.
We will note, we did notice that our clock is not currently working for the broadcast. We do have it working at the field, though. So we'll be giving updates throughout the game of where the clock is at, as, you know,
Yes,
working out the rust of this system.
Yes, indeed, Colin. 33 minutes remaining in this first half. Still locked at 0-0. Simone Quinn gets her shoulder in there. Now Allie Fleury is going to advance it into much open space for Hannah Hazer. Hazer works her way up the right side. Gets away from her there. Kiana Ramos will maintain for South Hadley. A bit of double coverage there. Violet Carillon got a touch as well in her first varsity campaign, and it's out of play.
That's something we've always seen from these Tigers, is they're really good at working across the field quickly. We saw it with Marjanski and Fleury. Now we've seen it with Hazer and Fleury. So being able to work that field ends up spreading out the defense a ton, and it's great to see how they're able to continue to kind of abuse that ability they have.
Ball is out of place, and it'll be Sophie Quinn for the throw-in. The Quinn sisters should be a bit of a dynamic duo this year, now that Sophie's back to starting. We've been seeing her off the bench a bit this past season and the season before, so it'll be nice to have her in an expanded role to play alongside her sister.
Yeah, and I'm expecting to see Sophie play, obviously, primarily defense. Maybe we'll end up seeing her at midfield a little bit. I remember back in, I believe, sophomore year, we would see her up at forward. So I'd assume they're going to use that offensive mindset that she has a little bit. Simone we're going to see in the forward position in midfield. So it's going to be the versatility that's helpful for this team.
I couldn't agree more. So it'll be a free kick here for McKenna Kennedy. It's up to about the 40-yard line. Kara Dean's able to head it. Kiana Ramos sends it to Taylor Bullow. Bullow into open space. And there was number 9, McKenna Kennedy, getting a touch there as well. Here's Emma Nicholson. Michaela Weaver cross to Sophie Quinn. Quinn plays it back to her keeper in Athis. Kicks it into space to nobody and out of play.
Got a little bit nervous there. We saw Kelsey Turner starting to crash in on Olivia Athis. Started getting a little closer, but was able to get that one-toucher out pretty quickly.
Here's Emma Chapman sending a big kick into open space. Out of play off of her. So Tigers will retain possession. Or regain possession in this case. Headed by Simone Quinn, Allie Fleury's going to look for the open space. Violet Carillon tries to work it back to her right into the defense of Emma Chapman. Now Emma Nicholson works it up the far side. Leah Agadello playing a solid press. Agadello able to get it away from her. But Nicholson is unfazed and works it to a teammate. Now Hannah Hazert maintains it. Headed back there for Claire Summers. Big kick in there from number 17. That is Callie Johnson, but Olivia Athis able to take in the loose ball.
I'm going to go back to Leah Agadello for a second. She's another one of those freshmen that really stepped up last year. She's one of those players that I didn't necessarily expect to see starting so consistently. She absolutely had the skill to. They just had such a deep bench for defense that I didn't think that she would get as many minutes as she did. Wow, that was tough to get out. But it was great to see how much she played. She had some huge benefits to the Tigers defense, and it's going to be interesting to see starting this year and in the coming years, see how she steps into a leadership role on this team.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. And as for your little Freudian slip there, Colin, it's our first game back from hiatus, so don't blame yourself. We're all a bit rusty.
Yeah. Blame Brady. Yeah, I like that, Miss Foley. Blame Brady. I like that.
I don't like that.
Looks like that'll be called for offside, like an over and back play there.
Colin, of course, there's been a Sports Network hiatus, but it was not a free summer for the two of us. We had a pretty busy summer, and we'll get into some more of that later. Colin and I both interned with a collegiate baseball team. Colin served as one of the broadcast assistants.
Yeah, it was one of the most fun experiences of my life, I'd say. Being able to work with like what I'm willing to consider a professional team. That might be a good halftime conversation. Talk about a little bit of our summer.
I agree, Colin. And I served as public address announcer for that. Obviously, I serve as public address announcer here, so bit of synergy, if you will. Taylor Bullow on the throw-in. It's going to be headed into number 12 there. That is Claire Summers. Out of play once again. And a West Side body has to chase it.
28 minutes to play here in the first half. As I'm now down 2 water bottles.
After the game that you guys played, you deserve every ounce of water you can put in your body, Colin. Able to get away from Violet Carillon. That's going to be number 13, Kelsey Turner. She's tripped up there. And I can only imagine they'll give the Terriers the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, that's always a dangerous place to foul, but I'm not mad with that foul. She did have a hole that she could have gotten through there between 2 defenders. So I'd say that was worth the trip, even if it wasn't intentional. I think that was the right play there. It does set them up for a direct kick, though, in a strong part of the field. It's going to be interesting to see.
Claire Summers.
Yeah, where Summers ends up trying to place this. If she ends up trying to pass it off, or maybe look for that left side.
Clears the top of the net, and Olivia Athis won't have to worry about much. Olivia Athis is going to set it up at the top of the box. It's going to head out to the leg there of, I want to say, number 8, who is not marked. as a starter. I didn't see a sub go in, and there doesn't appear to be a number 8 on my... There is, Marley Porter. Sorry about that. It's going to be a corner kick for the Westside Terriers. Looks like Claire Summers is going to take it once again.
Hey, Liv, watch the curve. Liv, watch the curve.
The kick falls out of play. And the Tigers will reap the rewards of that one. Olivia Athis is going to set it up at the top of the box for another goal kick. Almost to the 30-yard line there. Able to keep it in there is Taylor Bullow. Hannah Hazert. Now it's put out of play. Some substitutions are headed in. It's number 23, Sophia Pellerin, and number 10, Riley Joyce. Throw in from West Side. Riley Joyce can't maintain it. It's going to be, I believe that is going to be Leah Agadello on the far side, working with Kelsey Turner.
Great fight there, able to prevent more of a promising attack.
Claire Summers sends it out of play, and the Tigers once again reap the rewards of the loose ball. Throw in there from Bullow. Hazert, it's off of her. Flurry looking to pull it away there from, I want to say that was Emma Chapman or Gemma Conca. Jillian Kia. Now there's Emma Chapman. Works it into space. Allie Flurry's got it. Flurry across to Simone Quinn. Simone Quinn with all the space in the world. Works it past the defender, tries the kick, and it's easily grabbed by Lekarzik.
So much space on this left side here. The two defenders ended up trying to only play Allie. I don't believe they even noticed Simone Quinn out on the left side and just left her wide open. Ended up trying to take it one step into her right, which good to see her recognize where that defender ended up wanting to go, and got a solid shot off.
And she's going to send it out of play actually, but still an impressive touch from her. Lekarzik sends it out to her left. I got to start asking for a formation from away teams. I just can't get a beat on who's on this back line for the Westside Terriers.
Until on the left side, it looks like McKenna Kennedy. I'll give you that one.
Sounds about right. Quick stoppage there, and a turnover that West Side will take over.
I'm gonna go back a couple seconds to that play in the box. Keeper had the ball, and Simone Quinn didn't give up on it. She kept that pressure on, forcing the goalie to work a little bit quicker than maybe she's used to, and was able to force a mistake. And that's great to see, is the hustle and the want to push forward from this team.
Cara Dean gets sent down to her back there. Now back into open space, Simone Quinn with the boot, wide. Chance after chance for Simone Quinn.
Great shot from that left side there, looking for that back post, which is exactly where you want to place it, just a little bit wide. But those opportunities are going to keep coming, and one of them is going to end up falling.
Emma Nicholson back into the game for the West Side Terriers, and now Grace Sherman comes into the game. Colin, the bench is looking a little less deep than it has in past years this year. Who do we think is going to be the biggest difference maker off that bench?
Now, one of them that we're going to be seeing is a new player from Pioneer Valley Regional, I believe. And that's going to be Natalie Rios, a junior. Last year with Pioneer Valley, ended up having 8 goals, 6 assists. So it's exciting to see these new players coming to South Hadley, to see what kind of impact they're going to end up having coming off the bench. Of course, another freshman that we have, Regan Massey. She did great in her 8th grade year. I remember her back in her 7th grade year. She played well. So it's going to be interesting to see how she ends up molding with this team and what opportunities she's able to create.
And Colin, we say this time and time again, the South Hadley development system is so good because all of these girls have been playing with each other for their entire lives.
Exactly. You know,
I will say some of those more prominent younger years were a little bit tainted by COVID, but it doesn't matter. These girls all know each other extremely well and have great chemistry with each other on and off the field.
And something that makes soccer such a difficult game is, I'm going to compare it to basketball. Basketball, we have, typically we have 5 girls that they all came up through the St. Pat's program together, or they were separated by 1 year and end up playing with each other every once in a while. Soccer, we got 11 people on the field that we can probably get 7 of them who played together, but it's difficult to get everyone to continue playing at the same rate with each other. So it's the ability to mold these teams is huge for them, and that's something that we've seen the girls team do. They have constant when I say constant team bonding, I mean there is something probably every week, and it improves the team's relationship. It's huge for them, as there's a big opportunity in the box here.
Grace Sherman not able to connect there. But I entirely agree with you, Colin. The team bonding that these girls engage in, you got to not only give credit to the coaching staff, obviously with Coach Marjansky and then Lisa Manzi down at the JV level, but the players themselves, they're always interacting with each other, and I owe a lot to senior captain and your fellow class officer, Allie Fleury.
Yeah,
she does a great job with coordinating stuff like that.
And another big thing, you say their interactions on the field, they're always interacting with each other. But an important thing to mention is the positive interaction. It's very rare as there's some sort of penalty called there. I kind of looked away. I looked like probably an elbow came up. But it's those positive interactions that is a huge help for this team. They know that they can go out there, they can give 100%, they can make a mistake, their teammates will still support them.
Oh, you're always hearing affirmations from the bench and from fellow players on the field. Not to change the subject, but speak of the devil, and Natalie Rios is on the line to sub in. So we'll be getting to see her first reps as a South Hadley Tiger in just a few short seconds, and she'll take the place of Violet Carillon.
Yeah, strong start for Carillon. It's been great to see how she interacted in the midfield. Strong, helping with developing plays. So I'm sure we'll see more of her in this first half and definitely in the second half.
Nat Rios, like you said, her first season as a South Hadley Tiger. She played at Pioneer Valley last year. One of their leading scorers on a team that went 9-6-2 with 8 goals and 6 helpers. So she's looking to make a big impact early on this Tigers team.
Yeah, and I will mention they're a Division 5 school, so it's a little bit of a smaller school. Their competition typically is a little bit of a different level. I didn't look into their league, unfortunately. I didn't have the time to look into their league, so I don't remember who they ended up playing. But this is likely going to be a little bit of a step up for her, so it's going to be exciting to see how she adjusts to the changes, not only being on a different team, but likely being at a different level too.
You're absolutely right, Colin. As Michaela Weaver is going to find some open space and grab South Hadley as some possession. It's going to be broken up pretty easily by Emma Nicholson. Yeah, Gadello fighting for it there with Kelsey Turner. Right into the corner. I can't tell if that's out of play or not.
Yeah, that went out of bounds on the sideline here, so it's going to be a South Hadley throw-in. Right idea from Agadello there, trying to turn it back. Looked like she wanted to go to Liv Athens. Just needed one step a little bit closer and ended up turning it. But right idea to see from her.
We got into a whole yap sesh. There's only 17 minutes remaining in the first half here. Still locked at 0-0. Heads out of play once again. I think that's off of a South Hadley boot. It is not. That'll be Sophie Quinn for the throw-in.
But that just goes to show how entertaining of a team this is to watch. It's been the same thing for the last 2 years that we've been operating the sports network. They're always just entertaining to watch, even when they're down. Like, they manage to keep the game very interesting for us. They keep fighting throughout the whole game. As a shot, or it looks like more of a pass was sent back to Athos. So you know, they're really great at creating. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I knew where I was going with that. I lost it.
Hey, no worries. I entirely agree. This team always keeps it interesting, regardless of what it says on the score clock. And I think back in 2023, we were out in Leominster for the girls soccer state championship, where they lost, I believe it was 2 or 3 to 1.
I think 3-1
to the Sutton Susies. Even though I was a bit of a Debbie Downer for that game, just really impressive regardless of what it said on the score clock. Allie Fleury not able to finish her chance there. And that heads right into the defense of number 21.
You'll get there.
Emery Lopez. Sorry, I didn't want to have to sing for you guys. Throw in there is right on the money to Sophia Pellerin. And a substitution here. Kiana Ramos is back in exchange for Leah Agadella.
Come on, get on number 13.
There's a throw in. I cannot tell who that is. That is going to be Willa Camp, who also just entered this game, the sophomore making her first appearance as a full varsity player. It's going to head out of play off the leg there of Emma Nicholson. Now Sophie Quinn to throw in. Allie Fleury able to keep it in. Tries to work it into the box for a scoring chance there unsuccessfully. And the goalkeeper Lekarjic gets it back. Sophie Quinn able to deal with it in open space. Works it into the newcomer, Nat Rios. And that's another bit of continuity between the girls and boys team. They both have a brand new junior on the team that has been making an impact instantly. We saw a little bit of Jackson Pischel in the game before, and he was having some great chances on the boys' side of things. Colin.
Yeah, it was exciting when we first heard that he was joining, and throughout our actually he didn't join early enough to play summer season, but he joined for a couple of our captain's practices and then was able to join for tryouts, obviously. And it was great to see him slowly start blending with the team more. So you know, adding another player is always difficult. You know, it's trying to learn. He's trying to learn 23 kids' different play styles, and we're trying to learn his play style so that we can even play without communicating out there. You know, obviously we want to communicate, but the more that we can recognize what someone else wants to do is huge. So both teams, I'm sure, done a great job of that. I know that we've been able to start working with him a lot, and I'm sure the girls have started doing the same.
I'm going to say one more thing about boys soccer, and then I swear we'll get back to girls. Yeah, the communication has honestly really improved this year. I think it's a lot more positive, and I think the new captaincies help with that. Ariella Talo was very talkative as a captain today, and obviously Matt and Anthony aren't new to this, so honestly a great showing from a leadership group so far.
And that's nothing against the captains from last year. Obviously, we had great captains. It was great to see.
Yes, all respect for Jack Shagnon and Carlos David.
You know, they brought a lot to the team, but it's a different style of leadership that we're seeing now, and so you know, it's definitely been different for the team this year, and I'm excited to see where it takes us throughout the season.
Yeah.
Now let's move back to girls soccer.
Yeah, let's do that. It honestly feels so weird to have people in our grade as captains.
Yeah, that's actually true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, like Allie and Gwen are captains this year.
Yeah. I think was Allie a captain last year, or am I making that up?
No, I feel like she was.
Okay.
12:08 remaining. Olivia Athos able to make the save on the shot attempt there from Riley Joyce.
A couple of South Hadley players put their hand up there, maybe looking for offside, but I think the player was back by maybe one step or two.
Heads into more open space. This time, Jillian Kia will try for it. but Grace Sherman will come up with it. Allie Fleury able to take a great touch there to keep her in possession. Tries a banana kick back to Grace Sherman. That's blocked by Emma Nicholson. Riley Joyce sends it up the right side. Kelsey Turner working for it. It's out of play.
You know, I've got no great way to transition into this, so I'm just going to go for it. One person that I don't think we really talked about last year that I'd say is a huge change for South Hadley is we have a dedicated trainer now. Kevin Weber joined South Hadley, I believe, in the fall of last year. And so it's been really helpful to us. We now have medical personnel that can help us, not only at games, but outside of games too. I have to jump back to the boys because I know what's going on with that. But we've had multiple players that, you know, when they're feeling off, they're just able to go to him right at the end of the school day and get the help that they need. So it's great to see that he's able to provide that for us, and I'm sure the girls are going to end up using that probably soon in the season because they're an aggressive team, so they're going to end up, you know, getting banged up at some point. So it's going to be very helpful to have him joining us this last year and this year now.
Yeah, I totally agree, Colin. Especially, even for me, as someone who hasn't played an organized sport since 7th grade, A.T. Kev, as he's affectionately known, is he's another friendly face, and he makes an impact on the field when I watch. I mean, I'm just thinking about earlier, I think Ariel Atala went down with a cramp, and Weber was there to assist him, and just having someone there like that, a lot of the times with games like this, that falls into a coach, but having someone like Weber, it's going to be invaluable as time progresses, especially for football season.
And he has soccer knowledge. He played soccer throughout high school, so of course, he's not officially a coach, but we hear from him on the sideline. We get feedback from him occasionally, so it's, again, just adding one more person to this Tigers staff is huge.
Really nice guy, too. Love that Philly Fanatics hat.
Oh, yeah. 10 minutes, or just under 10 minutes, I should say now, to play in the first half. Still 0-0. The ball goes into the box.
I was going to say, don't speak so soon, because it looked like Grace Sherman was trying to initiate a chance there. The kick from Lekarzik. Now Michaela Weaver has it. Back to Sherman. Unsuccessful. And now it's Gemma Conca. I'm so sorry. Conca continues to work it forward. Kelsey Turner on the near side for us. Turner gets a shot away into the gloves of Athens.
That's a great run there. Able to find the gap between this left center and left outside back, and you know, a little bit of an off-balance shot, still able to get it between the two posts.
I entirely agree. Hannah Hazer on the far side works it in. Allie Fleury off the gloves of Lekarzik. An attempt for a rebound, and Kiana Ramos pokes it wide.
Great play there. You know, that's one of those plays that as soon as you see it start developing, you know that you are going to get a good shot off. Hazer recognized that she wasn't going to have the right opportunity to take a baseline, took a step back and played it backwards. Allie able to step back up and get a shot off. And that's, again, that's playing into knowing other people's play styles, knowing where they are going to end up going. I think Fleury realized before Hazer even passed it that she was going backwards. You could see her step back a little bit early, too.
Leah Agadello will work it back to the visiting keeper in Lekarzik. Possibly a stalling tactic, I'm not sure. Kelsey Turner able to almost break Sophie Quinn's ankles, and Leah Agadello tries to advance to Grace Sherman. Sophomore to sophomore connection there. Now Michaela Weaver. Weaver's flown under the radar a little bit so far. Just one goal in her sophomore campaign. Still an extremely impressive player with a great leadership quality as well.
Yeah, and she's primarily played forward the past couple of years. Now she's stepped back. Actually, last year I believe she played as a defender a little bit too.
She did. I think she was mainly a defender last year.
Yeah, actually she was. But she did have times at forward, right? Or am I making that up?
No, I feel like she did. Not to interrupt your train of thought there, but at the same time, Regan Massey also just went in. Another one of our freshmen making their Tigers debuts tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to Weaver for a second. Now we end up seeing her play in the midfield. So, again, the versatility that this team has, they're confident that they can put players in different positions when they need to fill those gaps in what I'm going to call their depth chart.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. Allie Fleury tried extremely hard there to beat out number 9, McKenna Kennedy, for that one. I should start bringing cheaters to these games. I genuinely cannot read the roster sometimes. Cara Dean on the line to sub in. Possibly getting a bit of a pep talk from Coach Marjansky and Coach Foley. West Side's going to advance it. Now Leah Agadello almost puts it out of play there. And she's going to end up forcing it out off the leg of Kelsey Turner. And Cara Dean's back into this game in exchange for Michaela Weaver. Weaver getting a bit of a standing O from the rest of her bench as the Tigers appreciate what she does just as much as we spoke nicely about her a few minutes ago. Thrown in there. Now it's going to be Allie Fleury. Fleury with space to work with. Works it up the middle. Hannah Hazard's got it. Hazard on the far side, works it in. Cara Dean shot, scores! The first goal of the 2025 South Hadley Tigers campaign, and it's Cara Dean from downtown.
Yep.
1-0 Tigers with just shy of 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Right at the arc, absolutely a beautiful shot one time, able to get it over to the left side netting. Absolutely beautiful textbook play there.
South Hadley visual media legend Cara Dean making an impact early on in the season.
Visual media.
We missed that class. And who else but Cara Dean works it out, tries to get to Sophie Quinn, but Emma Nicholson gets to it ahead of time. Our teacher advisor, Miss Foley, also the teacher of visual media, talking about how much she misses that class, and we do too.
Running. How's running?
Sorry for the break there. We just saw an old friend, Jamison Weber, former South Hadley track star, now playing D3 at Springfield College. It's going to be Emma Nicholson up the near side. Nicholson accidentally sends it out of play. Tigers to get the ball back, not before Taylor Bullough comes into the game for Sophie Quinn. Taylor Bullough throws it in. Cara Dean, and then Regan Massey will get into a bit of a collision there with Gemma Conca. Out on the far side, it's going to be Riley Freeman. Works it into the box, and Olivia Athis is able to make the catch. Liv Athis sets up the punt. It's down. Hannah Hazard heads it to Allie Fleury. Trying to get it past the defender in Kia. Now Taylor Bullough. Headed there by Emma Chapman. I'm reading the roster a little bit better. Colin put the lights on, so thank you for that. Taylor Bullough tries to get it away, but unfortunately puts it right into Gemma Conca's legs. Gemma Conca. I'm never going to get that right.
It's close enough. I'll get there. Again, knocking the rust off bit by bit.
Yes, indeed, Colin. Sent out of play there by the sophomore Willa Kemp. Here's the throw in, and I believe that was, I want to say Leah Agadello who got it out of there. And now Liv Athis to retain.
I like that shot, 30 yards out. Enough space to work with that she can get an accurate shot off. But there's, a lot of people feel the need to really essentially get to the 6-yard box and try to get a closer shot. Why not take that open shot when you have it?
Totally agree, Colin. Headed there by Kiana Ramos, and now Hannah Hazard up to Allie Fleury. Fleury on the far side, working it through the double coverage. It's away from her, off the leg of McKenna Kennedy. They'll play it back to the keeper, but not before Regan Massey can get a touch. Headed up there by Kenzie Camden, who's also into this game. Kelsey Turner tries to put it past Leah Agadello. She'll be successful, but not until she runs into Simone Quinn. Now South Hadley off of touches from Taylor Bullow and Carradine. Hannah Hazard sends it up to Allie Fleury. Fleury, the lone striker. Great chemistry with her wings as always. Fleury puts it between. Hannah Hazard can't beat out the race there with Kaylee Schneider.
That pass about a yard to work with between those two defenders. Very, very impressive she was able to find that gap. Hazard just one step behind it, and she was perfectly positioned, just wasn't able to catch up to it.
Yeah, just another testament to the incredible chemistry that these girls have. Almost headed in by Carradine. That could have been her second of the game.
Dean already having a strong game and seeing her effects for the team. Looks like she's playing more of an attacking mid tonight. Two great plays from her so far. Of course, those are just two great scoring opportunities from her. She's had a lot of other impacts throughout the game.
Headed there by Hannah Hazard. Still on the far side. Worked out of play there by McKenna Kennedy. And the Tigers get possession back. Willa Camp throws it in. That was Allie Fleury who got it. Hazard worked away from her by Schneider. Big kick there from Leah Agadello. Open space for Regan Massey. Still looking for that elusive first varsity goal. Carradine and Emma Nicholson. And there's the half. Tigers lead 1-0 as we head into halftime here from the turf. You're on South Hadley Sports Network, your home for Tigers Athletics. Don't go away. 1-0 as we head into the second half. Tigers ahead of the Westside Terriers here from the turf. Brady Dennison once again alongside Colin Zaranek. Colin, let's talk a little bit about the first half.
Yeah, a great offensive half seeing from South Hadley. It was a very even game, I'll say that. We saw some good, sorry, I'm fixing the clock. We had some good attacks from both sides. South Hadley did seem to lead the game, though, of course, shown by the scoreboard. 6 shots from South Hadley, 6 saves from South Hadley, and able to get 4 corner kicks off throughout the game. On the other side of the pitch, we have 4 shots from West Springfield, 7 saves, and 1 corner kick. Those corner kicks really show how often they're able to get down to that goal line, which, is something that South Hadley likes to do, get down to that goal line and then play it backwards, and it's huge to see from them. So, I'm sure we're going to be seeing more of that throughout the second half. It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments we see from West Springfield.
So we're getting set to get underway. Allie Fleury is going to work it over to Simone Quinn. She gets caught up in on the defense of Callie Johnson. It's going to head back there, this time to Emma Chapman. Works it across to McKenna Kennedy. Now there was Maylee Porter. It's going to head into way open space. Kelsey Turner racing forward again. And Olivia Athis can't get to it. Lucky for her, it's wide.
Very close one there. Very close one.
Yeah, luck was on her side for that one.
I got no other comments because I looked away for half a second, but very close one there. But again, early attack from West Springfield, so I wasn't able to tell if there was something different that they did or if it was just a lucky attack there. But it brings up a corner kick early, under a minute into this second half, puts Tigers in not a great position.
Michaela Weaver with a crucial header there. And now Maylee Porter plays across to Claire Summers. It's sent away by the young Violet Carillon. Of course, the sister of boys goalkeeper Noah Carillon, who had quite the game today. Now Simone Quinn trying to get over and break up whatever chance Jillian Keough was going to have. So Olivia Athis retains possession for South Hadley.
Now, something that I love to see from Athis here is the aggression that she has. Keepers, typically their first reaction, make sure I'm in the box. Right there you just saw her first reaction is let me get to the ball. You know, she took one step out, realized where she was, and took another step back to get into the box. But that's why she's able to be used as an offensive player too, because of that drive and ambition that she has. So
don't want to get off your topic there, but that was just a great boot from Allie Fleury.
Sure.
Perfectly on point. Just obviously the keeper was in the right spot.
Yeah.
Did you lose your train of thought again?
A little bit, yeah. Oh, high one there. Looks like, I thought that was off the yellow post, but it looks like they'll continue play. I guess I didn't hear the yellow post, so.
No field goals so far this game. Hannah Hazert with a great ball, tries. Shot not on point.
Good effort from the keeper there, really laid out. Even if that was on target, it looked like she probably would have had that covered. But good opportunity from South Hadley there.
I agree, Colin. We've seen some excellent goalkeeping from both sides in both games tonight. So, just impressive overall. McKenna Kennedy sends it out of play. Maylee Porter can't make a play there. Taylor Bulla to throw in. Cara Dean will get in front of it. It's headed to no man's land, out of play. And it'll be McKenna Kennedy once again to either throw in or set up some form of kick. It will be the goalkeeper in Lekarczyk. Kennedy from Porter and Summers. Now Emma Nicholson, chance blocked by Leah Agadello. Hannah Hazert keeps a hold on to it. And Maylee Porter sends it out of play. They'll give it back to the Terriers. McKenna Kennedy sends it across, headed way out of play by Taylor Bulla, another visual media legend. Have to shout out the visual media legends. Danny Boyer from the last game. You. Me.
Just giving yourself
Not you,
a shout
Logan.
out is crazy.
Get there, Kiana.
Open space for Hannah Hazard. She's not able to put a boot on it.
That's all right.
It's out of play. And that'll set up a goal kick for Andriana Lekarczyk.
Again, another great opportunity there. The intent was there, just need to work on that execution. You know, it's a play that South Hadley is great at working, and it just didn't work in that scenario.
That was Kelsey Turner. Now that is Emery Lopez trying to work it further into her. And now it's out of play. And Sophie Quinn to deal with it on the far side. That is a beautiful moon.
Fortunately, I don't think the camera would be able to see it, but that is a bright red. That's nice.
Sporting tiger orange tonight.
Oh, I like that. Prediction of who will win this game, maybe.
I wouldn't have said that, Colin.
Is that going to be a broadcaster's jinx?
I'm not saying anything else, Olivia.
I got a little bit nervous there.
I was going to say, that just seems a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, I would have taken the blame on that one.
Yeah, we would have forced it. Kiana Ramos gets a leg up on the competition. I'm hilarious.
That's funny.
No, it's not. Zally Fleury tries to work it up to Hannah Hazert, who's moved into a striker position here. Unable to work with the defense there of Emma Chapman. Is that a play?
Sure, you can hear on the microphone a couple people asking for the handball there. It looked like the arm was extended enough that they probably could have called it. Maybe they ruled a natural position, but interesting call there.
Time flying as we are already almost 7 minutes elapsed into this second half. Michaela Weaver able to break up the chance for Emma Nicholson. Violet Carillon will have to play some up and down press. Kelsey Turner able to break the ankles there. But an excellent effort there from Leah Agadello. And the call is going to go in South Hadley's favor.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a little bit of a tug. The ref pointed at his foot. It looked like he was calling for a chip. I saw a tug earlier before that. But a great stepping over from Agadello. They were able to disrupt that play.
So now Cara Dean to work it up the middle. Looking for some more heroics, just like what she did earlier. This time it's out of play, and it'll be Sophie Quinn, I think. Is that Violet Carillon or Sophie Quinn? Sophie Quinn. She'll throw in. Sister-to-sister chemistry here. Works it between the legs. Now it's through to McKenna Kennedy, who sends it to Claire Summers, who sends that one out of play. We've seen a lot of Kennedy, Summers, and Turner tonight for these Westside Terriers. Having bona fide stars can be extremely vital to a team's success, just like this. As Sophie Quinn gets another chance for a throw-in. Gets it in there to Simone Quinn. Allie Fleury right off the head there of Emma Chapman.
Again, those outside shots, we talked about it with West Springfield. South Hadley looking for those outside shots now, not needing to be inside the box, but taking those opportunities when they arise.
Kiana Ramos works it into open space. Hannah Hazer tries to get a boot on it, slightly wide. Another great full effort from Hannah Hazer, and she's not standing up.
You know, a great ball that was from Fleury, right? I believe it was from Fleury.
I want to say.
Or if it was not Fleury, whoever the Tiger was. And a great touch, great turn, as we'll have Kevin Weber come out to take a look, and I believe we'll step aside.
Sounds good. Hannah Hazer will come off. And the sub is frankly beyond me. We weren't paying attention, to be perfectly honest.
Again, got distracted by the moon.
Yeah, looks like it might be Grace Sherman over on the other side. Unfortunate circumstance for Hazer. One of the major offensive catalysts for this Tigers team. Just realized that I've been saying Marley Porter's name wrong. I've been saying May Lee, it's Marley.
Nothing like those second half realizations.
Yep. I almost made the worst joke of my life. Glad I kept that to myself. Anyways, here's Claire Summers. That's now. It's number 22, Gemma Conca. Now that one's off the boot of Emma Nicholson, and she falls to her knees. So an interesting game injury-wise. As Allie Fleury tries to get a shot off there, unsuccessful. And another injury-related timeout, and we will step aside once again. And we're right back. Here's Violet Carillon playing the ball up. Now there's Emery Lopez. And Taylor Bullough maintains the loose ball, and she'll get a throw-in. Looks toward Cara Dean, unable to come up with it, and now Simone Quinn puts it out of play, and it's still South Hadley's ball. Bullough sends across to Fleury. Fleury played well there by McKenna Kennedy, but runs into the defense of Simone Quinn, who gets it back. Now Allie Fleury works it into open space. Chance broken up there by Jillian Keough. Now it's way deeper. Sophie Quinn trying to get it away from Kelsey Turner, and she'll force it out of play, but it'll still be West Side's ball.
Again, Leah Agadello coming across the field, being able to go outside of where she'd typically be defending and break up that play. Even after those first two times that she kind of broke it up, player recovered, and she kept defending.
Taylor Bullo tries to advance it. Off the knee there of Claire Summers. Now working in there is Dylan Labont. Labont fights for it with Agadello. It's out of play off of Labont, and South Hadley reaps the rewards. Taylor Bullo another throw in. Attempted head there from Cara Dean, unsuccessful. Michaela Weaver almost sends it out of play there before it's stopped by Emery Lopez. Off the head there of Sophia Pellerin. Forward movement here from Allie Fleury. Fleury works it out to Kiana Ramos. Ramos now into open space. Grace Sherman unable to get to it before it heads out of play.
Great positioning from her. You could really see that she was right on that last defender, basically right on the edge of that offside line. You know, that's something that we saw a lot of last year, is kind of trying to find where they're going to call it, where they're not going to call it, and where they can abuse that. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that this year, is them just staying right on that line, trying to push up as far as they possibly can.
Taylor Bullo out of this one for the time being, and Willa Camp back in. 28:02 remaining in the second half, as the Tigers still lead the Westside Terriers by a score of 1-0. And I'm going to move slightly further away from the window because there's a huge spider.
That's a good spider. I wish we had another camera because I would definitely get that. But
corner kick for South Hadley, and it's going to be Allie Fleury.
Wait for her. Willa, get in there. Get inside, Willa. Keep going, Willa. All the way in.
They're going to push Willa Camp as far in as possible. Lets it fly. And into the outside of the net.
it looks like she tried to keep it low there. Tried to find the foot of a player on maybe that front post, but just pulled it a little bit farther than intended.
Willa Camp able to play good defense there off of Emery Lopez. I got to start learning these names at some point. Michaela Weaver to Liv Athis. Olivia Athis plays it ahead. Off the leg there of Sophia. One more time at Pellerin. McKenna Kennedy plays it back to the goaltender Lakarjic. Never going to learn the word goalkeeper, am I? Violet Carillon. She's looking for her first varsity point. Upward motion there from Sophie Quinn. Great spot. Simone can't make contact. Staying with it, Simone Quinn. Now Violet Carillon. Almost in there. Grace Sherman completes the chance that Violet Carillon started. And I think that's her first varsity point.
South Hadley Tigers goal scorer number 20, Grace Sherman. The assist to number 9, Violet Carillon, her first varsity point.
Excuse me, I had to take a brief interruption there for a quick PA announcement of that goal. And now Reagan Massey back into the game for Lee Agadello. And there's a quick clock thing. So, interesting.
On 3, Z. 1, 2.
So they had to, there's a bit of a clock dispute there that Colin, you had to fix there in quick time. Great,
that
great
whole
work.
5 seconds, I can't hold it, but
Oh, yeah.
it's okay.
Colin, you're a ref too. Would you call for something like that?
Don't make me start.
All right. We have such a fun banter up here in the South Hadley Sports Network booth.
We all love each other so much.
I will say, a couple negative comments from me there, but very well called game so far. There's only, I'd say there's one call that really could be argued so far this whole game, but it's been called tight. It's been called well. That's something that it's great to see early on.
Yeah, this is an officiating core that you know pretty well, so can't really say too many bad things about your coworkers. As Allie Fleury works it up the middle. Fleury's gonna set up a chance. And it was Sherman trying to work it up the left side, trying to get her second goal on the night. And now Kiana Ramos will play her slightly shorter.
You know, Sherman had that one defender on her right shoulder. I think Fleury was trying to get an offensive player up on this right sideline. Ended up going to the left at the last second. Just a little bit too much on it, but absolutely the right idea there.
Colin, one of my favorite things about doing a broadcast with you is that sometimes you'll turn your mic off and just be a fan for a moment.
Oh, yeah, no, it's...
So here's a chance from Dylan Labont. Labont sends it to Kelsey Turner. Turner the shot, eaten up there by Olivia Athis.
Well positioned there. It looked like she was able to read the player a little bit, because you did see a little bit of shift at that last second over to the right. Maybe was able to see where her foot was pointing, because you know you're looking for that left foot on that right shot where they're going to end up pointing to kind of gauge where it's going to go. Great knowledge from the keeper there.
Yeah, they just lost a ball. It was over the wall and gone, which is only good in one sport. So
those Red Sox, huh? We're not gonna start, but
oh
good
yeah,
run, good
incredible. On line of sub in, Nat Ramos coming back into this one, as well as your sister, Kelsey Zaranik. Talk to me about Kelsey a little bit, Colin.
You know, so last year she ended up starting as JV, played a little bit of bubble both ways, got some good minutes at the end of the season, was getting some good minutes at the end of games, and so I'm excited to see what she ends up being able to play for this season. Looks like they have her starting in a midfield position. So, you know, I don't really know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. That's kind of the best I can give you.
I was going to say, I'm sure you're slightly biased, but at the same time, you know, she did prove herself at the end of last season.
Absolutely, yeah. She had, like I said, she had some good minutes. Oh, that's a hair tug. Come on! I probably should not be yelling. For the record, a hair tug is supposed to be a red card to my knowledge. That's one that should be called. But I'm going to move past that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, Riley Fisher on the line to sub in as well. And Olivia Athis to get things started. It's in open space, kicked there. This time by Sophia Pellerin. Michaela Weaver sends it right back to Olivia Athis. Grace Sherman trying to work for it at open space. Now Kelsey Zaranik works with it. Here's Jillian Kia. And that ball was off the foot of Kaylee Schneider. It's in a space there. Michaela Weaver lets it roll, and it's going to be South Hadley's possession. And in comes Riley Fisher in exchange for Carradine. The Agadello also coming in, this time for Michaela Weaver. Tigers up 2-0 with 22 minutes remaining in regulation. On a now cozy late summer night here at the South Hadley Turf.
I'd argue this is like the perfect weather for playing soccer. It's not cold enough where you need to be wearing long sleeves. Not warm, I'd say that. We got a nice little breeze. It looks like coming across the field, so don't have to worry about lifting the ball too much off those balls into the wind.
Colin, I'd argue this is perfect weather for just about any outdoor sport.
Oh, absolutely.
As the whiffle. Colin, where have we been?
If only I could whistle.
Colin,
Sorry, that's horrible.
I was going to say, we have 4 months almost until Christmas.
I'm not usually a Christmas guy until December anyways. I don't know where that came from.
You should ask our cameraman, Cooper Lavelle. We've been getting in the Christmas spirit already. Anyways, back on topic. That was Gemma Conca setting an open spot for Dylan Labont. Tries a shot, and Liv Athis doesn't have to make too much of an effort to grab that one. I bet there was a deflection there. I want to say from Leah Agadello. Still a great community effort there.
There's a shot of the moon there that you're seeing. Absolutely beautiful, and great camera work down there, Cooper. We love it.
Yeah, Cooper is a photographer by trade, so videography isn't too far off for him. And we thank him for coming out and joining us tonight, along with the rest of our crew. Gets away from Natalie Natalie Rios there. It's not Ramos. I'm so sorry if the Rios family's watching. Whistle blown. South Hadley retains possession. On the line to sub back in, it is Marley Porter and Riley Joyce.
Just now crossing that 3/4 mark in this game. Now we're getting to 20 minutes left in the second half.
Give or take 5 seconds, according to... Anyways. Like 6 or 7 seconds. I'm so sorry.
There's no camera, but there's a blank stare for me right now. It's...
I promise, folks, I'm twice as cringy in real life. Simone Quinn has moved to a back role as she plays it back to Olivia Athis.
You know, I'm going to count it up later. I think this is the 4th time I'm going to say it. Versatility is a huge thing that our South Hadley coaches tend to look for. Coach Gothier for the boys, he's huge on it. He wants us playing in different positions early in the season, throughout the summer, throughout tryouts. Coach Fish, we see the same from him. So it really helps these players build at a faster rate, being able to learn more about different positions so that in the event that they need someone to step up for another position, they have the people available.
Oh, without a doubt, Colin. Additionally, it must be nice to have your sister as the left back to your center back, as Simone Quinn is getting. So she's getting some familiarity, even if the position may be a little bit foreign to her.
Yeah, and I'm sure it helps with like the communication too. You know, they know how the two of them talk. They're with each other, maybe not majority of the day during the school year, but you know, majority of the time, I'll say.
They live with each other, so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
As Sophie works it up the far side, that's, I believe, Kiana Ramos. Moves it to Grace Sherman. Gets taken away there by the defense. Why did I say defense like that?
By the defense.
Now in comes Michaela Weaver along with the other two subs, Porter and Joyce. So no more sister-to-sister backs there as Simone Quinn comes out of this one for the time being. Great game from her so far.
Absolutely.
By the way, we do have a final score from the JV games. South Hadley takes both of them. For the girls, 5-0 over the Terriers, and for the boys, 4-2 over the Central Golden Eagles.
And again, South Hadley development. Those players that maybe didn't make varsity this year, staying down there at the JV level, they have great coaches to work with.
I was going to say hats off to Byron Joy and Lisa Manzi, the coaches at the JV level.
Absolutely. So, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot from them. Some of them we may even end up seeing later on in the season as bubble players as the season progresses.
Riley Joyce works it down the near side. Great coverage there from Leah Agadello. Almost gets knocked down there. Tries a centering feed, and Willa Camp and Michaela Weaver will be there to stop it. Reagan Massey tries to get it past Emery. Lopez. Agadello sends it up the middle. Now Claire Summers tries a shot on net. No problem for Liv Athis. Athis rolls it out to the left side, or to her right side, for Willa Camp. Works it in. McKenna Kennedy gets some touches there. Now Natalie Rios with a chance. Riley Fisher got a touch there as well before it went back to Gemma Conca. Centering feed there, taken away by Athis. And there is someone down in the field. I want to say that's Leah Agadello. We will step aside. Simone Quinn's going to come back into this game for Leah Agadello, as well as Violet Carillon. She's in for Riley Fisher. Maya Legowski comes up to the line to sub in. We don't know the exact issue with Agadello. She is seated, appears to be healthy, so with whatever's happening, we wish her a speedy recovery. Maya Legowski comes in, this time for Sophie Quinn. Seen a lot of Sophie tonight. Real expanded role for her this year.
Yeah, and she's had some really good plays, especially in the second half on the far sideline, been able to disrupt a couple created attacks. I can't believe I lost the word for that. As huge play here on the keeper, as Olivia's able to get back on the ball quickly.
Yeah, I do want to say, even though she had to sprawl out so much, I got to give credit to Michaela Weaver, because you instantly see her come right into the box and defend the goal in case anything were to come out of the possession of Athens.
Yeah, rather than, she has 3 defenders with her that she knows are able to get to the ball. She might as well drop back into the goal in case it gets out of all of them.
Claire Summers is on the line to sub back in. Looks like Allie Fleury working through the defense, sent away there by Sophia Pellerin. I remember their name this time.
Some great footwork there from Fleury.
Gets away from Riley Joyce. Now it's Marley Porter. Porter works it up the far side. Your sister has it now. Allie Fleury going to play some good press there on Jillian Kia. Speaking of people named Kia, Kiana Ramos is on the line to sub in with Claire Summers.
Let's save it.
I'll be here all night, folks. Mute button's right there. Wouldn't blame you. Kelsey's the running side of this one. And of course, Colin claps for his sister, because he's such a supportive older brother.
I'm so good.
It reminded me of an old Blue Sox joke. Anyways, here's Allie Fleury. Kiana Ramos works it out to, I believe that's Grace Sherman on the far side. Intercepted there by Jillian Kia. Fleury regains possession on the far side. Fighting for it with Kia. Off-kilter shot, and Lukarczyk there to cover. 13 minutes separate the Tigers from their first victory of the season, as they're still ahead 2-0. A lot of time still it remains. Simone Quinn working down to the near side, plays it back to her keeper in Olivia Athist. And she'll work it out between Nat Rios and Violet Carillon. Far side for Marley Porter. Porter sends it in. Kelsey Turner can't do much with it before Willa Camp gets a touch there. Now Maya Legowski. Off the leg of Reagan Massey there. Camp hustles hard for it. Violet Carillon and Reagan Massey, the freshman to freshman connection. Nat Rios sends it there off the head of Michaela Weaver. And a whistle blown as the South Hadley player is down. We'll step aside. Sophie Quinn back into the game. That was Allie Fleury who was down, able to walk off the field with her own strength. But still not a full word on what happened with her, but we'll keep you posted as long as things are publicized. And with all respect to her privacy. Claire Summers has it. Regan Massey tries a touch there. Now Gemma Conca can't keep it with her. Now here's Grace Sherman on the far side. Sherman, now Simone Quinn playing striker with Regan Massey on the right wing. Kiana Ramos can't get it away from the defense there of Sophia Shirako. That's the pronunciation we're going with. I hope that's right. Simone Quinn sends a header in a boot, tries to get it away to Regan Massey. Unsuccessful. Now it's Natalie Rios, sends it upfield for Kiana Ramos. Tigers retained possession, and I don't know what the call is.
It
Colin.
looked like that one they called a handball. It was the elbow there. It was, an unnatural motion, so that one has to be called. And it's a great position too. That's 25 yards out from the goal, so definitely creates a strong opportunity for South Hadley.
Yes, indeed. Colin, thank you for knowing things.
Oh, you're welcome. That's what I'm paid for.
Looks like Hannah Hazer is back up on her feet. So, Colin, do you think we'll see any more of her tonight?
I certainly hope so, but also looking at the scoreboard, up 2-0 right now, 10 minutes to go. There's a solid chance that they're going to end up starting to use more reserves at this point, more secondary players, and just try to not only get them some good minutes, get them some practice in, as a shot is put on net.
Oh, easily saved. And an attempt for Regan Massey to try and get her first varsity goal just goes a little bit wide.
Two great shots there. First from the direct kick, able to crash in after the save, which is something that, believe it or not, we don't see enough of. We don't see enough people looking to come in and get those deflection shots off. And good effort there as a foul gets called on Michaela Weaver there.
And I do want to touch back on that shot there from Regan Massey. As much as the phrase is overused, sometimes the lights are just a little too bright. And Regan Massey might have gotten caught up in the moment. The mental side of soccer is a lot more than it appears, as there's a big shot that goes just a bit wide, and Liv Athis won't have to pay too much attention to it, as Cara Dean and Riley Freeman head back into this one.
That's also, believe it or not, that's not an easy shot. It's right next to the goal. In theory, it should be an easy shot, but you have such a big amount of space to work with, you end up overestimating it.
Also, Colin, here's Mallory Leveralt coming into the game, this time for Willicamp. So a bit of a change of scenery.
Originally used to play forward, has now moved into a defender spot.
I believe she played down on JV last year?
No, last year was a year off.
Yes. So it's going to be McKenna Kennedy has started off. Riley Freeman. Back to Kennedy, up and across. So that was Molly Finn with the ball, number 5. Headed into space, this time for Jillian Kia. Kick there off the leg of Shirako. Riley Freeman. Freeman sends it across into open space for Kelsey Turner. Turner's going to try and keep it in bounds. She'll be successful. Sends it in. A shot attempt there from Gemma Conca is unsuccessful. 8 minutes and change remaining in this contest.
Violet, holding mid. Kara, holding mid.
Levathis sends a kick in. Bounces to around the 45-yard line before it's touched by McKenna Kennedy. And Regan Massey just eats it right up. Massey with open space. Works it around the defender. Now Simone Quinn. Quinn on the near side. Quinn centering feed. Now Kiana Ramos. Ramos sets it up. Sherman scores! Her second of the game.
South Hadley Tigers goal, her second of the game, scored by number 20, Grace Sheridan. The assist to number 11, Kiana Ramos.
That was an absolutely great developing play there. No, you could tell.
I genuinely thought you were going to say that was an absolutely great call of that goal.
I wasn't going to call that. No, I was gonna compliment the players actually that were covering tonight.
A very sleep deprived call.
Right from the start, able to take that shot and keep playing through it, worked it down the line, brought it back up, and then kept fighting inside that box. It's exactly what we're looking for from these Tigers.
Yeah, those last-second chances deep in the box, that's going to be what gets South Hadley a lot of their goals this season, especially with their two biggest offensive firepowers in Hannah Hazer and Allie Fleury, both off the field at the current time.
And, you know, just scoring there, that tells us something about the depth of their team. You know, we have two of our stronger offensive players not currently on the field, and they're still creating strong opportunities, and they're still scoring. So that makes me feel really good about what we have to work with going into this season.
So Riley Fisher and Taylor Bullough both on the line to sub in again. Allie Fleury back to her feet. But she still looked like she was a bit rusty. Still always wish her luck in a speedy recovery. Bree Sherman comes out now, along with, I want to say Regan Massey's going to come out as well. No, she's not. Who else came out, Colin? Are you seeing this?
No.
Awesome.
I'll be fully honest.
It's no worries. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Kiana Ramos.
I was going to say, I didn't even see two come off. That
Yeah, honestly, a fully deserved break for the two of them, as that goal alone, and obviously Sherman's other one this half, have been absolutely vital.
Yeah, and both of them, even on non-scoring opportunities, have played well, being able to recover when an attack starts for West Springfield.
Colin, resident scoreboard operator, you got about 30 seconds.
Yeah, thank you. I was just actually looking at that.
Heck yeah, man. We got 5 minutes and change remaining in regulation time as we head closer and closer to stoppage time, and the Tigers continuing to pour it on. It's 3-0 here from the turf as Liv Athis starts a play up to Mallory Leverall. Now Regan Massey gets a hold of it. Up and away from Cara Dean and Simone Quinn. Both number 21s collide a bit there. That's Riley Fisher and I need to get better at reading rosters. Emery Lopez. I fear my eyesight is ruining things for me. Claire Summers and Riley Fisher. Fending off each other. Now Regan Massey heads into open space. Cara Dean can't get to it. Emery Lopez working with it once again with Riley Fisher. Riley Freeman in open space through the legs of Athis, and they score. Just an unfortunate way of doing things. Goes right through the legs of Olivia Athis, and unfortunately, Michaela Weber couldn't get to it on time. It's 3-1 as the Tigers still hold on to a lead.
You know, and you can only hold a team for so long. There's no doubt that West Springfield is a good offensive team. They've had their opportunities throughout the game and just been able to stop most of them. So, you know, it's been, they've played strong so far, but at a certain point, you know, those opportunities are going to keep coming and one of them's going to fall. You know, it's what I said early in the game for South Hadley, and you know, they ended up putting 3 in the back of the net. As that's a shot from the left side there and into the side netting.
Willa Camp is headed back into this one, I think. Yes, in exchange for Maya Legowski. Sorry, it took me a second. Face got lost in the lights. What?
Do they have victory music?
No, I don't think so. They got the song they requested. I'm not playing it again. For context, I was asked by a player who I can't imagine I'm allowed to name, Sophie Quinn. They requested that I play What Does the Fox Say for their intros, and I humbly obliged with a little bit of hesitation, but yeah, you know, in the end it's their decision, so.
For context, Brady's not talking to himself. My side of the conversation was muted.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so, yeah, I feel like an idiot right now. Yes, but my goal is to make their senior season, you know, as special as it can be, and that starts with playing cheesy music from 2014.
Great music.
Great? That's what we're calling it now?
Absolutely. About 3 minutes to go here in this second half. Of course, that's just an estimate now that our clock has stopped.
As we wind down, we'd like to thank our crew once again, as Logan Lewis, our quote-unquote floater, who just came up here and sort of claimed to be helping, he's about to head out. But just a salute to our crew as always. Cooper Lavelle down running the camera. Great work in both games. So thank you, Cooper, for all your hard work today. You wonderful, wonderful guy. And Nick Jimenez up here in the booth, making this whole thing happen. Nick, you're doing an excellent job. And of course, our wonderful teacher advisors, Miss Amy Foley and Miss Jess Nelson. Always so happy to help us out, and we are beyond thankful for all that they've helped us with Sports Network. And of course, yeah, you've helped us. You taught us about PEA in visual media.
Can you say what those stand for?
Pronunciation, elocution, articulation.
Well done.
And of course, none of our operation would be possible without the wonderful people over at SHGTV 15, with whom Colin interned with over the summer.
No, I worked for.
Namely Mr. Dan Pease. He's killing it. Obviously the other guys too, Patrick, Chris, and Mike. Just a great crew over at the TV station. But without them, this operation isn't possible, and I don't know why I'm still reflecting.
They keep the machine running.
They keep the machine running. I love that. We're in the twilight of this one to the point where I've already put something on top of my roster. Subconsciously, of course. That was Emma Chapman who got a touch there. It's into open space. Riley Freeman trying to make this game just a little bit closer, but Liv at this makes a sprawling save.
Again, the aggression that I was talking about seen on that play. Able to get out there that maybe some keepers would have left to their defenders. She said, no, I'm going to make that my job now. And absolutely well played.
Carradine's got it from the 40-yard line, working her way up into open space. Stopped there for Simone Quinn. Now Reagan Massey with space to work with. Reagan Massey taking a page out of her brother Nolan's book, and it's headed into the side of the net. And that's time! The South Hadley Tigers get their first victory of the season in their first contest. It's 3-1 your final score here from the turf. Colin, your final thoughts?
You know, that was an absolutely perfectly played game. I'd say most of what they did is absolute textbook, and it's great to see, like I said, the team already blending together. Those new faces, the people that maybe have been playing with each other for so long, but it's good to see that they're continuing to get back into it on a high note. Of course, like I said earlier, West Springfield won 6-0 the other day. They are a good team, so being able to come out on top 3-1 is just beautiful to see. And I'd say I'm going to bring it back. We're coming out with a bang. 2 good games today. First game was a tie. Second game was a win. It's, a great start.
As we play their victory music once again, and we wind down from our stream, that's going to do it for our coverage of tonight's game. Alongside Colin Zaranig, I'm Brady Dennison. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your night here from South Hadley Sports Network. Say, Colin.
Your home for Tigers Athletics. Oh, no.
Colin!
Have a good night.
Have a nice night, folks.